Oh, hello. It's Groundhog Day. Okay, no, it's not. It's the day after. But I wanted to start with Groundhog Day because it's a favorite holiday of mine. And I think there's a misconception of Groundhog Day being the same day relived over and over and over again, as that's a negative thing, which I understand that. What I would encourage you to do is it's an old movie, Groundhog Day. I don't know if, since I'm talking to students, many of you probably haven't even seen it, but I would encourage, if you wanted just a old silly movie to watch it, or if you've already seen it and you're familiar with it, to rewatch it, because I think it's kind of poignant for high school, which is thinking that your day just feels like the same and you're miserable. But if you get to the last 20, 30 minutes of the movie, I think that's the point, which is taking ownership of your own life, good, clean fun, things like that. Anyway, so with Groundhog Day, and this theme of iSchool right now is all or nothing. And so I'm just kind of winging it, just kind of wrote down some notes. But I wrote down, after talking to some grown ups, I'm just still going to talk to kids. And from now on, I think, I think I'm just going to talk to students. We're just going to keep this between us. Honestly, I don't know how you kids deal with, I was going to say us adults, but I don't think that I have the proficiency to call us adults. I think we don't have the maturity to call ourselves adults, people my age. Anyway, I'm just going to take off these glasses. It's dramatic. I was going to say adult, blah, blah, blah. So a mission statement, if you will, is three things. I want to be a grown-up, but still a child at heart. I want to be a really amazing, wise adult. That's kind of my goal. And I want to serve kids. Well, I don't want to serve you like as a meal, like the main course. Although this is considered a course. Anyway, philosophy course. Yeah, there we go. So we'll start with nothing, which is no thing. And this goes out to, the hoity-toity philosophers. But I found this quote that said, escape from nothingness is a denial of freedom and reality. There is no thing, only the process is real. Sartre. Anyway, we'll get that one out of the way. Now I'm just having fun. So I'm just going to start off with a basic kind of recall, or rec-all, A through F. So last semester we just kind of set up a base, which is kind of my idea. Again, none of this might make sense right now. Give it a year, let it sink in. I'm just kind of slowly plugging away. Year number one, you students, you darlings. This semester we're going to focus on the business management systems, which is some bad news, but just hang in there. And remember, 1, 2, 3, breathe. I'm just even thinking of the alphabet kind of slows me down to thinking, okay, breathe, be conscious, delightfully, deliciously dying, I guess. Enjoy life and feel your feelings. The five feelings, like sight, smell, taste, etc. As a recall, then once you get to 3, then it's the 4 Knowable Truths, which also includes the Eightfold Path, 5 Relationships of Confucius, 6 Ways of the Tao, 7 Sins and Virtues, 8 Cruel and Unusual Punishments, 9 is Mine, and 10 Considerations. Now, I kind of just pulled a little philosophy from Eastern, Western, the Constitution. You could use your own. You could use Groundhog Day. I'm never going to tell you what to do. I think you get enough of that already. But I do recommend, it'll just take you a little bit longer if you don't pick a virtuous path. And I don't know of any other word besides virtue. It just sounds like kind of we don't really think about what virtue is and why we would want to attain it. Okay, so the all or nothing, it's got a little prop here. So I just have this little jar, kind of this idea: is the glass full, empty? Is it all or nothing? And you just kind of, the idea is you just kind of make it what you want. And I'm just going to keep this empty for now, and we're just going to fill it up throughout the semester. With what? I don't know. Do you trust me? I don't know. I wouldn't. And I don't mean you shouldn't, but I think if I were you students, I'd be dubious of what adults had to advise me on. Anyway, I just wrote a note that says pick a path, but pick a path of virtue because it will give you more freedom in the long path. And again, you might just trust me on that one. I did want to make a note to say that this all or none concept, I don't subscribe to a particular religion, philosophy, and especially politics. And even if I had that before, and I'm human, I'm going to have my own biases, I'm sure, but, well, I do. But I think what's important for me is, as a teacher, if I want to be a good teacher, if I want to be a virtuous teacher, I don't really have any one particular thing, because I just feel like as a student, you deserve a teacher that's going to be open to an array of virtuous beliefs or bases or whatever. And I certainly don't want to subscribe to any political party right now. This current folly, I like to say. And I looked up the word virtue, and virtuous just simply says showing high moral standards. Congress is initiating high moral standards for you, and I'm just questioning that a little bit. Okay, don't particularly blah blah blah. And so what I want to offer you this semester is what I like, just nothing but the truth. I spend my days researching because that's what I really like to do with my time retired. Doing my own little school thing here. But today I just wanted to kind of check in and say, beginning of a new semester. It's February. I pretty much took January off of videos, but as always, I just still plug away and trying to make myself a wiser person, trying to pass that on to you. And it's so weird. It's like I spend so much time preparing these videos. I dread doing the videos, but then it's like 5 minutes goes by like that, or 8 minutes. In the meantime, do nothing. And I'm all in for doing nothing. And when we talk about nothing, I'm not really saying I'm doing nothing. As you're going to see, trying to do nothing is impossible. You can't do no thing. But I think it's just an introduction to a perspective of, like when somebody says, what are you doing? And it's like we have almost a checklist of answers that seem to be acceptable in our narrative, right? And so when I say I'm doing nothing, I'm not doing anything per se of business management systems, which is our little triangle over there. But I am doing more to take care of myself, which to me is something. So anyway, as a former teacher, of somebody to say, what are you doing? I'm planning, I'm doing lessons, I'm figuring out vocabulary, my anticipatory set. Old school. Anyway, back to you. If you are going to kind of start to let some of this stuff sink in, I'm asking you to just be mindful of just coming back to taking care of you. No matter what happens, no matter what truths are going to be told, I've got I've got a lot planned. So, until then, ciao for now.